Really excited here for Tech Talk Tony. We've got a excellent guest here today, Fabio Francisca. And if it's okay, Fabio, would you like to introduce yourself real quick?
Sure. Thank you, Tony. Glad to be here. Thank you for having me. Hi,
Absolutely.
everyone. I'm Fabio Francisca. I live in Seattle now. I'm from Brazil. I moved it to well, say Texas, South Central area, Texas in 2017. And then towards the end of 2023, I moved it to Seattle with my family. Happy to be here in Seattle. Beautiful place. Love it. Yeah, all good.
Excellent. And I bumped into you last year at our HDI Cybersecurity Summit. That's where we met, right?
Yes, that's right. Yeah, I was happy to be there. Enjoyed, learned a lot from you and all the guests there. I think it was perfect. You guys really put something really nice together. That was really awesome. I've learned a lot. Took it to myself, personal. Also was able to gain some knowledge there, share with the team, share it with friends. So it was perfect. So hopefully to see you guys all again there again this year.
Yep, May 14th, 2025. We're going to be at the city of Bellevue again, but let's get started. I'm so excited about this topic. Listen, over the holidays, it was kind of a tough year for me ending last year. And so, what do you do when that happens? You get back into work. And I remember seeing this post that you put out called My Reflections of 2024 AI and Cybersecurity Milestones and What's Next. And I figured that's perfect for 2025. What is next? And I thought we would just have a chat about that and just break down some tough questions for you, if that's okay.
Yes.
And are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah, well, let's do it. Let's do it.
Okay. Okay. Excellent. The first question is, what should people know about cybersecurity?
Well, I think that's a good question. Actually, ties very much of what I've done, last year. First of all, I consider myself not in cybersecurity per se. I'm more of a cybersecurity enthusiast
Excellent.
person. I love it. It's part of my day-to-day work, especially being in IT, always doing this with around a home or friends. We're always talking about cybersecurity, and I try to protect myself, help others to be protected, at work. So it's a topic that I'm always like learning something. And I think the last year, I spent like the whole year evolved into something cybersecurity and AI. And then at the end of the year, I thought, instead of just sharing this with my close friends, let me just go to I gotta put that all out. I gotta share with people like what I've learned this year on this topic. And on your first question, I mean, cybersecurity is not just about stopping hackers. People think, oh,
Right.
you're in cybersecurity, you're always stopping hackers or installing antivirus and stuff like that. No,
Right.
it's protecting. It's about protecting, trust. Every time we log into a banking account or send an email or store a file elsewhere. This is cybersecurity. It's keeping our data, safe. It doesn't happen automatically. It has some processes and practices to put in place. Last year, I've seen a lot of hype on around zero trust architecture, which means mainly you you verify everything. You verify every user, you verify every device,
That's right.
and you verify every step. So cybersecurity is much more than that. You've got to think that it's bigger. It talks about password protection. A lot of us discuss password. How much are we doing to protect ourselves
Right.
using passwords? How can we give examples of protecting ourselves with passwords? How long is your password? What kind of characters you have there? MFA.
Right.
I remember people coming to me and say, "Hey, I've heard this about MFA. What is MFA? Multi-factor authenticator. What is it? How do we use it? How protected are you using MFA? Are you logging to your account? Do you access only with one password? Do you have a password that sends to your phone with a code? Do you have an app that you have that token code for you? Do you talk that with your bank? You
Right.
know, so everything nowadays that we touch has cybersecurity in it. You know, it has it's all the things involved. I remember, talking to someone recently about cybersecurity hygiene, and
Right.
they were like, and it's funny because they were like, "Hold on a second, what are you talking about? Like hygiene and
Can you smell
cybersecurity?"
me? Hold on.
Yes, they're like cleaning my hands,
That's
and
right.
then I was like, "No, let me give you this example. Imagine you have in your home, let's I was like, let's talk about password hygiene. Let's focus on that. So password hygiene, let's say that you have your home, you have one key, and you have that one key for all your doors,
Okay.
everything.
Right.
Um, you lose that key, or somebody steal that key from you. Now they have access to every single door of your
Mhm.
house.
Right.
The hygiene in cybersecurity, password hygiene, it means that you don't have only one single password. You have to you change that over time. So your password also becomes stronger. You don't have like a 1 2 3 4 password on your door key,
Right.
correct?
That's
That
right.
when your door, you have those locked doors, digital code, it comes with a 1 2 3 4 4 5 6, something like that. You don't keep that. You change to make it more difficult.
That's right.
And that is what it is under cybersecurity, password hygiene. You got to think of, how can I make this more difficult? How can I change this? What can I do to improve my access to my work, to my house? I
Right.
have a door with a digital key, and then I have also a key. If I
Right.
lose my key, I have my code. If I lose my code, I have my key.
Right. Right.
MFA, the same thing. And then MFA, people mainly think, well, isn't MFA only for me to log into my work token account?
Right.
Actually, not. A lot of banks are using, most banks should be using now, MFA. When you log in to certain accounts or online shopping, they're now giving you that option as well. Do you want to set up your own MFA to be more secure? So you don't have only one password, one PIN, but you have to prove that you are who you're
Right.
saying, I am Fabio, I'm trying to access this account.
Right. Right.
Um, and it has much more with it. Like cybersecurity touches, I said, MFA, it touches password, it touches phishing. Like
Right.
how many of us like have heard that somebody fall into a phishing message, and that's really bad. So we
Yeah.
try to protect, mainly everything and everything around us,
Right.
real quick. Um, if you allow me, I'd like to leave here something. Um, when you contact me to for these podcasts, we're like, okay, let's do it. Let's
Yeah.
do something. I'm like,
Yeah.
that's very interesting. Can I bring something to the audience? Because I think when we use this, especially cybersecurity, it's everyone's responsibility. All of us have a responsibility to become and be more secure and share that security, but also ask questions among ourselves, like,
Right.
what are we doing to be more protected? So I'd like to leave a question to the audience there.
Excellent.
Um, Something that, how many of you used the same password for more than one account?
Excellent
If you
question.
think about it, like you have only one password to access your bank account, your email, your computer, how many of you do that? Then do
Mhm.
it. Think
Yeah.
twice. Change that today. Go
Yeah.
there, like, okay, let me make sure that I don't have only one account with one password.
Right.
And when it comes to phishing, especially in cybersecurity, we're always thinking about that is, what's the most convincing scam email you have seen? Share
Hmm.
your story with us. Let us know. How many of us received text message saying, I'm X from your bank account. I need you
Right.
to access here. Please
Right.
provide me your information. Like, there's some very funny scam messages that we received that we right there we see like, come on, really? You're
Yeah.
trying to fool me here? But some of them are very, very convincing.
Yeah.
So yeah, share that with us. Let us know.
And by the way, I love that. You're one of the things that you're talking about is all the digital assets. A couple of things that I'll just share. One is like think of the password, like what you were saying. Do you have one password for all your digital assets? Because if you do, then you're at risk because once you have the key for one, you have the key for all. So take, for instance, if I mean, I don't have this, but some people may have a home in one city and an apartment or condo or home in another city, and you would never have them as the same key because, then somebody could access both those. So I love that. This is so relevant because just this morning, I know it's Saturday, but just this morning, I actually received a phishing email, and here's the sentence on the phishing email. Okay, and I fell into it. Here I am talking about this, and I fell into it. It looked like a friend's name. It was on my mobile phone, so I didn't see the address until I replied. But here's after I replied what they said. Okay, I need you to please make the purchase of 3 Home Depot gift vouchers at a denomination, that should be a key right there, a denomination of 200 each. That will be a total of 600 from a nearby store, and then get back with me with the pictures of those and the receipts. And that's exactly what happens to people every day. And this just happened to me here on a Saturday. And I am the one teaching this with you. I fell into that. So I think that's great. Protect your digital assets and, check what Fabio said on, the things that really are important.
Change your password. I mean, all of us have fallen into something. I think everyone, I mean, the person that says, "Oh, I've never happened to me," well, great, congratulations. I've fallen into it before. However, I try to pay more attention nowadays, and what I try to do also is to give it to people more information. Share with them, ask them, "Hey, if you do receive something, let me know." My parents are far away, and
Right.
from time to time, they send me, pictures or screenshots of, hey, this happened to me, or this person sent it to me, what do you think, is this real or not real? And
That's right.
sometimes it's real, like I'm like, yeah, this is actually it, like this is your bank, you
That's
can
right.
call them and you know it. But then sometimes it's so convincing, I'm like, no, if you actually do this, you know this is actually false. And
That's
a
right.
lot of the text messages that we get, um in fact, I have people that, they're doing this, they look at the number and they search the number online right
Right.
there.
Great
And then
idea.
they see that it's from another country and like,
That's right.
okay, this is a phishing message. This
Yeah.
is this is so convincing. But the phone number, if you just Google it, it's going to give you some information of that location. And
Yeah.
I learned something new this week too, that someone just actually fooled the scammer. They put like a picture um, with a login,
Right.
for the scammer. The scammer asked him for a login to his account. So he found a picture and then he put like a login from a website. It's a trusted website, and sent it back to the scammer and said, I can't log in. Here's the message I'm getting. And
Yeah.
of course, the scammer had to open the image. When they opened the image, the information is sent direct to this website and gave the person, the information where the scammer is coming from,
That's
where they're
awesome.
located and everything. And then
That's
he
right.
texted again that the scammer said, I know where you are.
That's
I
right.
know where you're coming from. What
That's
are you
right.
doing? And
That's
that was
right.
so funny. I was like, that's very smart. It takes some time. And well, the guy that he was in IT as well. But I was like, that's awesome. I love that idea. Like you fooling the scammer. Yeah, but that happens. Cybersecurity is everywhere. Is everything that people is doing. I mean, everybody that's really doing the cybersecurity job nowadays full time. Thank you. I mean, it's really amazing. I'm learning every day, and I just I fell in love every day with it. So that's pretty
Excellent.
nice.
That's great. I love this. We're gonna play this over. Audience, just know we learned how to scam the scammer. Okay,